Welcome to the Ghost Rider channel. My name's Ghost. I hope you're having a fantastic day and staying safe. Lockdown's been confirmed to be extended for yet another 3 weeks, which is obviously the correct decision. I have a Covid-19 lockdown extension rant. You may not care much for this video. If you're only subscribed for motorcycle content, I won't be offended if you skip this one. Last night, the UK celebrated V-Day. Millions of people sat in their front garden or doorstep and had a few beers to celebrate. Now that's lovely and all that, but we all know alcohol and people never mix well. I hate alcohol and I do not drink it. It's destructive and is the main cause behind an overcrowded NHS and a dying NHS. Therefore, I refuse to drink. So after a few pints, the UK became retarded. People went from acceptably socially distancing to being paralytic, brainless narcissists. I've seen all over Facebook and Twitter people ending up steaming 12 miles away from their home, sharing a fishbowl with 7 friends, hugging each other, crying because I miss you so much, you're my best friend. And people are laughing because this pissed up man-child is walking the streets hugging everyone he comes across. Now, I know I could just ignore this and say, oh well, if they get Covid-19, then it's not my problem. But the thing is, it is my problem. For every day this lockdown continues, it costs the UK economy £2.4 billion. I know this means nothing to these selfish ground-feeding leeches, but little do they know it will 100% ruin them too. I'm lucky enough to work for a government department, so my wages will forever be safe. But the problem comes with the strain of work. Let me explain why. The coronavirus is due to cause more than 6.5 million jobs to be lost, meaning they will look for support from the government, which is great. That's exactly what it's for, and I'm proud of every single one of these people who, despite working hard and paying their tax and national insurance, have to rely on government support. For these people, I do my job and feel proud helping them. But when last night happens, the spread rate of Covid-19 is roughly 0.97. Let's call it 1. So one person infected will spread it to another 1 person. So when 50,000 members of the public break the rules of social distancing, they're all at high risk of infection, meaning a huge influx of inpatients to the NHS and more people losing their jobs or being furloughed due to contracting Covid-19. In turn means they inevitably rely on government support in rapid succession of each other. Now let's look at this from my end. I looked on the internet for this number to make sure I only reveal publicly available information. So, in work, I'm used to helping vulnerable people and keeping up with workloads. But due to Covid-19, we've lost 40% of our staff according to Google, which I will not confirm or disagree with. So we're having to really work ourselves at 110% brain capacity, which is fine too. I know what I signed up for, but when these idiots totally disregard socially distancing, it means work will end up bottlenecking due to thousands of new cases. So please, bear this in mind. I'll be coming back to it. The biggest new agenda the UK is looking at is mental health due to prolonged self-isolation and the anxiety of a pandemic in general. So by pulling tricks like everyone did last night is only going to heighten everyone's paranoia, anxiety, stress and depression. I don't suffer with poor mental health, but this is going to put severe stress on top of our stress that we are all feeling at work. We're put at risk so you don't have to. But the public yet again have thrown it back in our face. Let me tell you something personal that may make you think twice about doing a repeat of last night. So I am in my mid-20s, got a beautiful wife and kids. I used to go to the gym every day after work to keep fit and make sure my health is always tip-top. I have great hair and perfect skin, or at least I used to. The stress of Covid-19, including worrying about loved ones, workloads and the British economy, has ended up in me contracting an autoimmune disease. I've been back and forth to my GP and now I have to take medication and use cream. The disease I have is non-contagious and only developed due to so much stress that I now have a chemical imbalance in my brain. So the steroids that I have to take multiple times per day is to slowly shut down my immune system. As this pandemic spreads every day, so does my disease. What used to be a fit, handsome, well-dressed man is now a man who hides away as much hideous skin as possible. So I beg you, for your sake and mine, it's my turn to be selfish. Please stay at home. Let's get this pandemic over soon. I'm gonna end the video here. I don't feel like continuing. Fuck it, no one's listening.